Can you keep it in hand too much? I mean, in the end, you've got to welly it sometimes, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's absolutely. Ideally, we kick on our terms when we're in control of it, but yeah, it's also important to make sure that we're in a good position to kick.
And do we forgive the handling errors in the circumstances? How tough is it down there?
Yeah, it is very tough. It's very windy, and you know, the big thing we talked about at half time was staying really disciplined with the ball.
Yeah, and you brought Louis Rees-Zammit on. How does that change things? Well, hang on, let's see where this ball bounces.
Obviously Adam's taken a bit of a knock, so Louis come on, Lordy's gone into 10 and Santi's got back into 15, so yeah, it's great to see him on the pitch.
All right, brilliant. Cheers, Tim.
Cheers, mate, thank you.
Brilliant play from Gloucester. They started off with a line-out drive that won them penalty advantage, but they didn't need it because they gave the ball to this man. But really powerful drive. If you want to get out of your half, perfect Gloucester play. First through the forwards, they tie in loads of Newcastle bodies, and then they give one of their electric line breakers the opportunity and then kick down into the corner.
Just needed the ball to stay on the field, didn't they? There's another chance to put the driving maul into play again, suck in a few defenders. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bit of a breakout here. We've seen Gloucester do it a few times, set up the maul and then get Rees-Zammit off the back, or just try and isolate one defender, a guard or a bodyguard either side of the maul.
This is Tom Penny, who is joining us. Mateo Carreras, the try scorer, making way. It's been a rather stop-start month for the likes of Penny and for Newcastle since Christmas. You remember the Boxing Day game with Sale was lost to COVID, as was last weekend's scheduled European tie against Toulon. Dean Richards telling us that 30 players and staff, including him, have been affected by COVID since mid-December. They're not on their own, but it's been a real issue for them. Meantime, how to deal with this murderous Gloucester rolling maul.
Again, that could have died, couldn't it?
In the middle of the ball.
Players went down at the front, but they just stepped over and worked together. But I think there's an advantage coming for McGuigan taking out that initial maul.
Rapava Ruskin. Chapman.
It's your advantage on the 22.
It was Balmain who kept it alive, and 12 Trees finding some space, and then Thorley screaming over. And it's the bonus point try.
Again, another try that comes off the back of a line-out maul. So even though it won't go down as a maul try, it's causing the damage that this man wants and creating opportunities in the back line. And here, good hands, good realisation of the space. He drifts really well, Carreras, on that pass.
It's all clear for me.
Radwan goes for the miracle play, goes for the intercept. Here's that initial maul, penalty given against McGuigan there, so they're playing a freebie. But then really sensible play from Balmain to know that the space was still out there, created by the maul, feed the ball into the playmaker. Carreras drifts on the pass and Thorley finishes off.
And it's first since he scored against Northampton, opening weekend of the season.
Good finish in the end, wasn't it? Looked like he was boxed in a little bit defensively. The cover was coming across, but his power does tend to get you out of problems.
With Adam Hastings having been replaced, it's Lloyd Evans on conversion detail.
I'll show you what was nice about that try, Nick, but when you've got the opportunity, you've got to execute and you've got to be precise, as we'll see with this kick.
It's a 10-point lead still.
Carreras knows exactly where he wants to go. He wants to get to the outside shoulder, but to do that, 12 Trees has got to throw the pass. It's not that long, it's only 10 metres, but he puts it on his left hand. That means he can shift on the pass. If that's thrown on your hip, you've got to take the pass before you can slide with your body angle to the outside. Carreras does really well, sells another pump, brings in Mike Brown, and then they go over. Really nice pass from Billy 12 Trees.
Nick, recognise how well Gloucester had found that field position from getting from a position where they are now and working their way up the field really impressively.
So confirmation of that Gloucester change in the front row. Harry Elrington for Rapava Ruskin.
I think we've spoken a lot before the game about Gloucester and their grit and their forward pack and the back row, how they get stuck in. But they're creating stuff as well. You know, last season, we didn't see them create this many opportunities. That's their 6th bonus point try this season. I thought 13 games. I can't remember how many they had last year, but it was nowhere near that at this stage of the year.
Good battle for the ball in the air, won by Robinson. Newcastle have got 20 minutes to try to turn this around. Just a reminder that they do have the breeze. They've not really been able to use it much in this second half.
Oh, here we go.
Off he goes, Louis Rees-Zammit. He's creating mayhem all on his own. I'm not sure anyone's going to stop him.
That is amazing.
We've had the win today, and now we've got Rees lightning again.
That is truly sensational. I said in a game like this, when defences are a little bit more open, he can be so dangerous. What an example of how to score in open space and create it for himself. His body angle when he takes the kick, turns his shoulders and just opens half a gap. This will give us a really good example. He has to move forward onto it, sort of misreads it. Then he sets himself, there's the step. Might be a little bit of blocking potentially on the inside on Van der Vault, but look at the acceleration. He runs into cover and then he runs away from it. The only problem with this guy is he's not English.
It's a stunning finish, isn't it? What I love is the late decision. He hasn't pinned his ears back and thought, I'm going to go myself from the initial break. He makes the initial break, looks to his outside. There's no one else really there.
Well, he is.
He makes that decision that I'm in a better position to score this than anyone on my left shoulder, cuts back against the grain and then just uses his natural raw pace to go around Stewart.
I think he's got another gear there, you know. I don't think he was at full tilt. And I've not seen thighs as nice from a Welsh rugby player since Gavin Henson. Just thought I'd bring it up, Nick, before you did. I know you've just written it down, thighs.
There's another Welshman, Lloyd Evans. Off he goes. There you go. Shave away, Lloyd, shave away.
There they are, Nick, look, we've got a close-up for you.
God, it's been sunny in Gloucester, hasn't it?
Hasn't it just?
Well, that's... well, they wouldn't have needed to be on red alert. Ireland know all about the threat of Louis Rees-Zammit, but that has just underlined it a week out from the Six Nations opener in Dublin. My goodness.